Of course. It says I don't have internet connection. Guys, give me just a second. It's the first time doing this. There we go. Good evening, Pop Sideshow. So I got the chat over here so I can keep up with it. Never really gone live before. I did once, but I only had the phone. I didn't have the computer with me or anything like that, so I can actually see the chat. If I missed anything, you know, I missed it. What's up, Tyrone? Let me shut this door real quick so I don't wake up the wife. You coming or going, dog? Come on. Come on. End the door. There you go. All right. Nice setup. Oh, thank you. So yeah, guys, I don't usually live stream mainly because my wife goes to bed at like 8 o'clock, and you know, by that point, it's still pretty early on the West Coast. So I figured after Jetta's stream tonight, I would go ahead and go live. I haven't done that in a while. I don't have a lot to show you though. I did pick up. See if I can reach him here. I did pick up Steve today. Yeah, the wall of pops is growing. I just recently got some baseball bat display boxes here so that I could go vertical and not block my posters. Hello, Funko Corner. But yeah, we got Steve today, or well, actually yesterday, over at Hot Topic. I wasn't even aware they're going to be in there today, or I keep saying today. I wasn't even aware they were going to be there yesterday. I just happened to be surprised with the entire wave of It, Wave 2, including the exclusives, if I can get my hands on one more Amazon exclusive. But FYE, I should have that covered. No, I picked up Steven's store, which was amazing because what usually happens, since I'm on the East Coast, what usually happens is I'll see on Reddit or Instagram the pops hit on the West Coast, and then about a week later, I start seeing them in my local stores. But what's been happening recently with the It movie moment, the Invader Zim pop ride, and this guy is not taking that long. So it's thrown my math off. I was actually very surprised I got him. Let's see, Pop Sideshow, did you pick Steve up? Yeah, I just answered that. I don't buy these posters. It's one of the perks from my job. Pop Sideshow, I was too busy to stop by Hot Topic. Already went pop hunting at Target and Walmart. Yeah, I've pretty much stopped going to Targets and Walmarts. It's too infuriating to deal with those people. I got lucky on my Grady twins and a Pennywise chase there and a Jack Torrance chase, but that's the stuff I focus on, so I haven't really been going for much else. My Care Bears collection, the only Care Bear I got is that ECCC Care Bear. I don't intend to have a Care Bear collection, Jetta. In fact, let me see how I can, hold on. I'm going to return the favor, add moderator. There you go, Jetta. Sammy J, hello, how you doing? So, not a big stream tonight, but yeah, we got him out of the way. There was something else I was going to show you guys. If you look at the video I did just earlier today, I posted, you'll see a segment on there about protecting your oversized pops. So if you guys have oversized pops and you guys want to figure out how to protect those, because there's not a lot of options out there, check out the video. I got a link in the description for that video for the site that you can order them from. It's not a bad price for the protectors. I mean, they're like $5 a piece for the different protectors. They are soft protectors, but I was able to protect, let me grab this. I was able to protect stuff like this guy. He's now in a soft protector, which is pretty awesome. These boxes get damaged so easily. and I'm just really excited to have that. Doing good, doing good. Let's see, pop stars. Yeah, see, I don't. Pop sideshow. I don't go after a lot of the bigger pops. These are exceptions. This and the it movie moment up here. Those are exceptions to the rule. 6-inch Demigorgon, because I collect Stranger Things, I buy it. But I'm not out there to buy a bunch of pops to buy a bunch of pops. These pop protectors are from RetroProtection.com. Real good guy to work with. I got like 5 or 6 different protectors from him. I protected my 3-pack from Ghostbusters, my Ecto 1 ride, my Invader Zim pop ride, and my It movie moment. If I don't drop it, there we go. My It movie moment is also in a protector now. So they're really worth it if you like to keep your stuff in the box, and especially if you're like me and you don't get a lot of oversized pops, just a few, then it works out. If you buy a lot of oversized pops, then of course it gets expensive. Yeah, Funko 316. Like I said, if you want to protect your pops, it's definitely worth it. And Jetta, I would suggest you look into that for your throne. And since you have those fake thrones, if they display as well, I would suggest you keep those out of the box and put your other ones in those nice fancy boxes they come in. So, what do you guys like, man? I'm a big horror guy. Stranger Things horror. Stephen King pops is what got me collecting, like hardcore, between that and Stranger Things. I do branch off now here and there because I like to provide a hunt for you guys. But let's see, Pop Sideshow also went to GameStop on Pro Day, but didn't find enough to make membership worthwhile. Yeah, Vampire Bob, I didn't notice it when I reviewed the figure, but yeah, his hands are horrible. He's got the kind of Spock hands on one hand, but you know, I'm just about completing the set at this point, so. Funko 316. I'm just getting like a Job 316 kind of thing. I can't think what that's from. And thankfully Steve was in a protector. But anyway, it's distracting. I got the video over here in the chat so I can read it. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jetta, you got a pretty good collection though. You got those Disney pops. They're worth some money. I still need one of my collections is still missing an Egon Spangler for my Ghostbusters set. He's been a pain to track down. Yeah, a lot of people I see collect from all the lines. What other Steve? Other than It and the Shining, you also have Dark Tower from that horrible Dark Tower movie. Thankfully, Amazon has picked up the rights to do a proper adaptation of those books. I hope. That's what they're trying to tell us. But that movie was in no way a representation of how awesome the books are. As you can tell, I love the books. I actually felt dirty after watching the movie and felt like selling off my entire collection of Dark Tower books. Alright. Shadow, your stuff's popping up in my way. Yeah, I'm in Georgia. My local shop is Stuck in Time. That's the one I frequent the most. He's got a great deal if you're local. Even if you're not, he'll ship anything over $50 for free. But be careful; it might not end up in the right place. That's a joke between Jetta and I. But he's really cool. You pay $50 a year and you get a membership with him, and all Funko Pops are 20% off. So his normal prices on commons is $10. But where it differs is when you pre-order, you can pre-order chases and they come in at $12. If you don't pre-order them, he marks them up to I think $35, and then of course you'll get 20% off that. But pre-ordering is awesome. You get about a week to pre-order. He'll blast you, and then you get about a week to respond and say, I want those. And that's all you have to do. You just say you want them. You don't put any money down. Okay, so Savannah, yeah. I saw you talking about those pop creations. Yeah. Yeah, Pop Sideshow. The ending of the books is a little controversial, but he does warn you that you can stop here and not continue reading. Uh, Jetto, don't be that mean. Come on. I'm sure he had displays of his product before, or she, I'm sorry, could be, I don't know. It displays of the product at least to give you an idea of what you might be getting into. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of glitter pops. There's a couple of local people here that do glitter pops. In fact, Stuck in Time sells some of the customs that are glittered, and I don't get it. I don't feel that my pop needs to be glittered. But yeah, I don't have a lot going on. Favorite pop that I don't own yet? Ooh. Probably Sam from Trick or Treat. I really need him. There's a couple of them though. I need Skeletor and He-Man and Mumra and Lion-O, and these are all things branching out of my wheelhouse. Egon Spangler from Ghostbusters. He's eluding me. Let's see, Pop Sideshow. I mean, I can't see how else he could end it because there are hints throughout all. Yeah. So, Funko316, you going to be at the Atlanta Comic-Con and or Dragon Con with these pops? That'd be interesting to know. And Jedi, I did forget to mention, Atlanta is having a Comic-Con also in July. I think they're trying to bring like a New York Comic-Con / San Diego Comic-Con thing here, but they've tried it in the past and it hasn't worked. But I am impressed. I see the people that are coming and I'm impressed. It's a lot of money. I haven't been to Dragon Con since 2004. I met Jonan Vasquez and hung out with him most of the day. And if you guys don't know, he's the guy that created Invader Zim. He's a cool guy. He's very antisocial though. He gets social anxiety, which was really fun to witness firsthand. We were talking, him, me, and the band members from this band called The Last Dance. We were all kind of hanging out, and this teenage girl runs up to Jonan Vasquez, hyperventilating, unable to catch her breath, falling all over him, and he was just scared out of his mind. He was just like, oh my god, this is so weird. I mean, he kept his composure pretty well, but he freaked out after that. He's like, I'm going to go upstairs now. But, let's see. Yeah, I can't say her name. Evangeline Lilly will be at Dragon Con. Yeah, I got my Ant-Man both chases pre-ordered through Stuck in Time. I got the WWE chases pre-ordered through Stuck in Time, and I only pre-ordered those as giveaways, both Ant-Man's and the WWE stuff. The one that I'm waiting on next for me is the Princess Bride pre-orders and the Shape of Water pre-orders. So I'll have those other chases though available as giveaway stuff. But I had it to 1,000 subscribers first. The only pop that I'm not going to have for sure in the It Wave 2 giveaway is this one here. It's too damn expensive. I'm sorry. I got to go out of pocket for this. It's expensive. And it's heavy. And it would just raise the shipping costs packing that properly. Funko. Yeah, I know. I appreciate all my subscribers though. I do. I love you guys. You're awesome. And I love the comments that I get, and I love responding to the comments. It's real good fun. But let's see. The Asuka Target Chase is that from the Ant-Man? I only pre-ordered the chases for Ant-Man. Asuka. Why would I know that name? Oh, WWE. See, I don't even know wrestling. I just pre-ordered the chases so I could get them for giveaways. I mean, at $12 a pop, that's not bad. So, I mean, Stuck in Time will give me commons all day, but chases, he usually only orders enough to fill pre-orders now, so he doesn't usually have an extra one to hand me. much less sell me. I was hoping to get an Atom Bomb chase from him, but he only had pre-orders because I forgot to pre-order that one. What was my first pop? Is he over here? You're gonna laugh when you see my first pop. My first pop, actually, it was this one and two others, but they were from the same line, so you'll probably get to figure it out, and they were all from the same store. My first pop, I didn't really want to get in the pop game. I'm big into comic books. If you see my other room, which I've done one video, I think, in there, you'll see that I love comic books as well. And the ones that stuck out to me is just kind of an interesting little hunt to go get and to try to find at my leisure. I wasn't like going to every store trying to find them. Every time I passed one, I wouldn't stop in there. Just if the notion bit me, I went. But my first pop would be Venom. We got, on that day, I don't have the other two in here. They're in the other room with the comic books. The other two were Spider-Man 2099 and a Black Symbiote Spider-Man before they made him glow in the dark. But my first pop I bought was one of these three that I just mentioned. And this would be a good representation. And this one is skyrocketing right now. Yeah, for the last few years, I would only pick up the Walgreens exclusive Spider-Man stuff. I've also picked up Taskmaster. I picked up the Unmasked Gwenom, I think, and Miss Marvel. And then I didn't buy it for a long time until Stranger Things came out. And then I bought that whole set of commons, including the Dustin and the Brown Jacket, the Barnes & Noble exclusive, because I found them all there. And I was like, should I buy both of them? And I'm a completionist by nature, so I did. And I still wasn't really collecting, though. At the time, I just bought those and I thought I was done. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I don't care. I didn't care about chases, didn't know about chases. And then I started doing research when I found out the Shining Pops were coming out and the It Pops. I started researching on Reddit and finding out where those are available, because for the longest time, the Grady Twins would only pop up as a pop culture exclusive, and you couldn't find anything on Target's website about them or any of that information. So that research possessed me to start branching out further and further and further. And then I started going for chases and all kinds of nonsense. Hold on, BPH, let me get you too. They're gonna do new Venom Pops? Awesome. I got the movie poster over here. You know, if I move this camera, it's not gonna set right. This tripod sucks, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You guys don't usually get to see this part of the room. And this room needs to be cleaned. But we got the Venom movie poster still hidden behind there. And the New Mutants movie poster. And then what else you don't see usually is, I don't see what you're seeing either. Oh, we'll look at the monitor here. You got the Ant-Man and Wasp, Star Wars, which Jeddah would probably love, Solo, Guardians of the Galaxy, Black Panther, Thor, and Blade Runner right by my light there. And you can see this place is a mess. Let's even get this tripod to sit right. It's always crooked when I set it back down. Hold on. I apologize. I am a slave to my nicotine. Wicked, I got mine from work. I have a shit job, but you know, it does pay me in movie posters, and I also get paid to watch movies. Sometimes. Like I got paid to watch Deadpool on Wednesday night in an auditorium all by myself. Can't complain about that. But yeah, I got tons. I sent some movie posters to Beard at Pop Hunter, actually. I sent him a Black Panther poster, a Teen Titans poster, and an Incredibles poster. But I knew he would like those, so I went ahead and sent them to him. I was meant to hand him the Black Panther poster, but he had to skedaddle when I met him, which was a little sad. But thanks, Beardick. Once I can kick my wife out of this office, I'll be able to take over the whole room. Right now, half of it's still hers with my posters on the wall. She hates movie posters. I can't put them anywhere else in the house, which sucks. Did you get a frame for it, or did you just stick it on the wall, BPH? I don't know, Target, you get some chases. Apparently, if you're employed there, you get to steal everything. Or buy it before anybody else gets it. Hello, Joseph. Man, sorry about the... I know I vape, but it did get me to quit smoking. I smoked for 20 plus years. And granted, I'm still inhaling nicotine. I feel 1,000 times better. Yeah, frames, BPH, they're 27 inches by 40 inches. You can get cheap-ass ones from Walmart. They're 20 bucks. Or you can spend a little bit more and get really nice ones if you wait for the right coupons and sales from Michael's for like 25. 27 inch by 40 inch. I got a beard, fat and late. What? Do I know you, Lofty Life? Who is that? Yeah, I used to always just have a goatee. And then a couple years ago, I went with a beard. I like the beard. Tanisha. I don't know who Tanisha is. Should I know who Tanisha is? I know a Trinisha. But I would think she's at work. Oh, Fluffy, sure. I can be Fluffy, that's fine, I don't care. I'm married, I've stopped caring. Anyway, so on to Pops again. I'm still looking for some of the horror chases. I got Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Beetlejuice, and Gremlins. I still need Jason Voorhees and Leatherface chases, and they keep eluding me. It's actually getting on my nerves. Funny encounters, I got harassed by the police twice in one day getting my Grady Twins chases here. Yeah, my Tech, that's right, you work at Target. In fact, I still need to get... Tech won the, he chose the glow-in-the-dark She-Hulk, and he's got a hell of a work schedule. What I'm going to end up doing, Tech, is probably leaving it either at Stuck in Time or my local comic book shop and have you just go there and get it, because your hours and my hours don't mix too well, apparently. But as far as my Target story for the Grady Twins chase, this is a Grady Twins chase. I bought these the day they dropped at Snellville Target. The first time they dropped. They got a case of 3. I camped out at 3:30 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. I have this weird anxiety about sleeping. Like, if I have to be up early, I usually have a hell of a time sleeping. So I woke up at 3:30. It wasn't like I was just like, let's just go to 3:30 and, you know, have no life and be cold. So I planted myself out there. Half hour after I plant out there, cop pulls up wondering what I'm doing. Well, they apparently have never seen anybody waiting for any on sale items or anything before, because they asked to frisk me and give me a bunch of crap about that. Maybe it didn't help that I was wearing my trench coat, which is a 1952 Korean era U.S. military trench coat. It has a wool liner, and it was freezing that morning, hence why I wore it. That, and it covers up more of me. But that could have been one of the reasons. But I had a lawn chair out there. It's not like I was scoping the place out. I'm sitting there in my lawn chair, got some drinks with me. Thankfully, I didn't carry that morning because I have a concealed carry permit, but I just think that would have exacerbated things even if I had told them. But in any case, so they frisk me and they tell me if we hear any reports of any trouble, we'll be back for you. And I'm like, well, wonderful. Go away, please. They violated my rights by frisking me without any PC. But I let that go because I didn't want to go to jail, being one of those people to, fight that. Something as simple, because I had nothing on me. So, we get to about the time the door's about to open. There's a couple more people that come up. And the lady pops out Target, and she's like, what are you guys waiting on? And we're all waiting for this pop here. The Grady Twins pop. There's like 5 of us out there. And she's like, well, they're not out yet. They're still in the truck somewhere, and we'll push the truck out throughout the day. At that point, I looked at her and said, excuse me, no. I've been here since 3:30. Find it. They're supposed to be out in the morning. That's what I was told the night before when I was told they were coming in that day. That they would be out in the morning. And employees have been getting there since 6, so there really shouldn't have been any excuse. She goes off and does whatever. And they finally open the door and they let us in. And we go all to the boat, which is what they call it in the electronics section, that little circular area. And we asked the guy to go find it because they're obviously not on the shelf. And he's back there forever talking to Judy from Time Life Books. I don't know what else. But he comes out, but he's not alone. He's got a box. He comes out with a threat assessment personnel, which was a guy I've seen there before, but he was wearing a different shirt this time that was more like a security type thing to it. And, since I was first in line, he goes to hand me a pop. And right behind that pop, I see the chase. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was first. I would like to pick my pop, please. And he seemed to be okay with that, and he preferred the box out to me, like I could go just grab the one I wanted. And then Mr. Threat Assessment guy, I guess the t-shirt gave him courage or some kind of gumption, said, you don't reach into the box. And I said, whoa. Okay, well, he shouldn't have held it out to me. And he took the pop away from me, and he started lecturing me about how you don't reach into the box and how you don't do this and that. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I just been out here all morning. I'd like my pop. So eventually he's like, well, I'm going to sell it to you. And I'm like, damn right you are. Not that I said that. Internal monologue. And, I ended up getting it. But I left the other 2. Even though I could have bought all 3, I left the other 2 for the other people in line. Even though I had intended to buy 1 common and 1 chase if I were to find the chase, which I did. And I went ahead and went to Athens, which is 30 miles away, to another Target because my friend that worked there said they still have 2 commons on the shelf. So I'm racing to Athens, and about halfway there, see light up right behind me. And it's Oconee County Sheriff's Department. Sir, do you know how fast you're going? Yes, and I apologize. Thankfully, she thought my story about racing to get a toy so pathetic, she did not give me a ticket. And I continued to drive at a more reasonable speed down to Athens, Georgia. Thankfully, both pops were still there. So I picked up both commons, one for me and one for a friend of mine in Ohio who doesn't really camp out for pops or anything, and he's a big Stephen King fan. He's a friend of mine in one of the Stephen King groups. And I shipped that off to him. And that's the story about my Grady twins. So there is an interesting story about the Grady twins. If you see me look over here, I got a laptop over here so I can read the chat. And it looks like everybody fell asleep. I'm sorry, I'm boring, I know. I just sit here and smoke my vape and... Yeah, it's a Target experience. It's one of the reasons why I try not to deal with Target anymore if I don't have to. Which is why I'm not going to go after the entire Incredibles line. I only bought Frozone. I don't need that completionist in me to go, well, you need Jack Jack and Elastigirl and all these exclusives that I have to fight at Target. No. And that's why I had to trade Bearded Pop Hunter and get a Faker, because I wasn't going to fight at Target. I never even saw them pop up on Brickseek and Target. Better experience than the new place I found. Which new place? Why not? What? Why not try Amazon? For what? Amazon for these? You know how much these would have been on Amazon at the time? On eBay, when I bought this, it was $500+. I paid $18.99 plus tax. Because I like to get out, lofty life. I wouldn't say better than Stuck in Time. Stuck in Time's treated me pretty well, man. They've been getting me everything that I pre-order. Um, the one that I like this shop a lot, but the fact that I live an hour away, there's another shop that I go to called Steel Collectibles. They have a great selection of pops. They get stuff in there constantly, but the fact that I live an hour away makes it very difficult to get the ones that I'm really searching for. What day of the week is that, Funko? Because if it's on a Monday or Tuesday, it might not be open. Um, but yeah, Steel Collectibles is what I'm talking about. They're an hour and change away from me, and they got a great selection of pops, great people working there, but they seem to either get too busy to look out for you, or they just kind of forget to look out for you. Since I live so far away, I've asked them repeatedly, when you see a Leatherface chase come in, or when you see a Jason chase come in, or if you see a Sam from Trick or Treat come in, hit me up. I will come and get them. Today on social media, I saw that somebody picked up a Sam from Trick or Treat just today from Steel Collectibles. I didn't get a ping or nothing. Now, they could have been busy. They could have just gotten it in and it just flipped right around out the door. I don't know. I didn't ask them. But that's not the first time that's happened, so it's a little frustrating because I'm trying to just buy local. Because that way I can lay my hands on it, know exactly what I'm buying into, and everybody's happy. But they're making it tricky. Yeah, Saturday be a good day, Funko. Um, yeah, Stuck in Time and Steel Collectibles are both great. We also have another pop shop here called Plastic Empire, which is a relatively new shop. Um, they have a great selection of pops. They are starting to get more trade-ins, and they're starting to buy more collections, so I'm expecting that next time I go in there, I'll start seeing more older pops. But the few times that I've been in there, I've pretty much only bought newer pops from them. Like, if you look at one of my previous videos, I got a Rose Tyler from Doctor Who. It was one they had. A Trapjaw Funko Specialty Series, another one they still had. Trying to decide what to do. We'll just remove Lofty Life. Or the message anyway. And put you in timeout or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking stuff. Is BPH still here or Jetta? Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that gets a lot of signatures. He's trying to get a Razor Raymond chase right now to get signed. He's the one I bought my, you're not going to be able to see it, but my Deadite, my V for Vendetta from, and one of my Eds. I think my common Ed from Shaun of the Dead. So, it's a cool guy. I need to buy his glow-in-the-dark Deadite, but that's expensive. My God. And that's when my wife would get on me. You just said need for a toy. I did. Yeah, definitely, Funko. If you get them to sign it, that's awesome. I think one of the only pops that I really would like to get signed is my Charlie from Supernatural. I'd like to get Felicia Day to sign that. That's the one that Bearded Pop Hunter left behind. Just because it didn't have a chase sticker, BPH. Still disappointed in you. You don't know your pops. CM Punk, cool, cool. Yeah, that's pretty nice, man. Signed even. That's from the MCR, My Chemical Romance line, right? I don't know all the pops either, BPH. I was just joking. If you're still here. But yeah, this was fun, guys. Just doing a little live stream. I thought I'd get on that. Oh. See, Funko, wrestling is not my thing. Um, the last time I watched wrestling, Andre the Giant was still alive and actively wrestling. We'll just say that. But speaking of Andre the Giant, I saw his pop over at Barnes & Noble, but his box was kind of beat up. I really wish for the Princess Bride line they would do a Fezzik pop, which I mentioned in one of Jetta's live streams. They do a Fezzik from Princess Bride, which was Andre the Giant's character. Yeah, I just WWE. I think I was always just burned that they were no longer the WWF, and that's why I stopped watching it. World Wrestling Federation. Come on, guys. It made so much more sense to me. What does that E even stand for? Excelsior? Entertainment. Yeah. Federation sounds a little much better. Get that Star Trek vibe. Not that I'm much of a Trekkie. I don't own any Trek pops, thankfully. I own Invader Zim, Ghostbusters, RoboCop, a couple of Nightmare Before Christmas. I got a Cuphead chase here that I don't know what I'm going to do with. I have no interest in it. But no chase left behind, so I picked it up. Probably give it away at some point. Some of my favorite pops that I got, though, were Toy Tokyo exclusive Maximilian and Vincent from Black Hole. Overwatch, yeah. I'm not a big FPS guy, so I can't play Overwatch. I think it looks beautiful, but I get motion sickness nowadays. I used to be able to play FPSs all the time. Back in the 90s, you'd see me playing Doom or Quake or even Hexen on my computer, but once it came from computer to console, I stopped being able to play it. I started getting motion sickness. I don't know why, but there you go. So I don't like being nauseous and playing video games. So now I pretty much play stuff like God of War, Batman Arkham City, Arkham Asylum. Arkham Knight I have, but I don't like the Batmobile. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like the fact they make you drive it. So I haven't finished that one. Assassin's Creed 2 and 4, the Black Flag 1 and 2. 3, not so much. Other games that I play, I pre-ordered the Spider-Man game. Of course, I got God of War. But Cuphead, I don't own an Xbox, and I'm not going to install it on my computer. So, I played Arkham Origins, but it was complete garbage, in my opinion. After I kicked the crap out of Killer Croc, I turned it off. The fighting systems felt to me like they went backwards after Arkham City, and it just didn't seem the same to me. I just couldn't play it. I still have it, but Turok Dinosaur Hunter N64. There's a story about me watching my friend play that. I was on some kind of narcotic that I probably shouldn't talk about, and man, was it trippy. That was fun times, though. But I didn't get motion sickness watching that. Nope. I just got lost watching it. It's just like, whoa. I need to get the other Gur pops. The only Gur I have from Invader Zim is the Hot Topic exclusive glow in the dark. I need the robot and the cupcake Gur. I do need them. I figure with a name like Invader Maz, which is a derivative of Invader Zim, it'd probably be good to have that. And that name actually, if you guys are curious, came from a remix I did, which was more of an edit, but it's easier to call it a remix. I took one song, took out the vocals, and put Invader Zim samples in it. It's called the Invader Maz Mix. And really, it's a good job. It's just that I didn't change up the song really, other than taking the vocals out and putting in samples over where the vocals were. So, but it was fun. It's a good remix or edit. It's good. I use it in one of my videos. Yeah. The Invader Zim figures from Hot Topic are Vinnie Mates that I got, and I need the other ones. Let me go grab them. I got a couple Invader or Jonan Vasquez inspired figures. So, yeah, I got these two Vinnie Mates. They're put out by Diamond, who does comic books and stuff. And they're Hot Topic exclusives. They fit perfectly in a soft protector, which is great. And then this is another Jonan Vasquez product. It doesn't quite fit perfectly in a soft protector, but it's spooky. The thing what squeaks. And he does squeak. I've had him since 2004 when Jonan Vasquez was at Dragon Con and I saw him. I've taken him out a couple times. He's cute. Oh, I taped up the top. I'm not going to rip that. Sorry. But he's a cool little squeaky guy. There's the back of him. It's a cool little guy. But for the longest time, I had him without a protector, so the top of the box has probably got dust embedded on it now. Yeah, I went to Hot Topic Saturday, and luckily I did, because we have Steve. And I picked up extra Steves just to go with the the Stranger Things wave there that I'm going to be giving away. I need to find a good place to put these up in the room instead of just shoved on the shelf right now. And they're shoved sideways, unfortunately. I really love the lock, shock, and barrel pops. So I'm just holding barrel right now, though. They were up here, but they don't belong up there. That's all Stephen King, Stranger Things. What other questions we got, guys? I'm here to answer questions, unless you're all bored. I'm kind of just droning on, aren't I? 40 minutes of listening to me speak, I should give you guys something. But I don't have anything to give away right now. This is something I got a lot of trade value out of. I had 6 of these because of my job. I traded off 3 of them almost immediately for like $100 in trade fodder over at Steel Collectibles. And you know what the funny thing is he was able to just turn around and sell them. It was crazy. I have no interest in this. I love the Flash, but I did not like his rendition of the Flash at all. But yeah, I had a whole case of those basically. We were giving them out the first night, and really we were only holding them on to the first night, and then after that they were like, come get some. They were done giving them out. Of course, that movie kind of flopped too. 95 million for an opening weekend is just horrid considering what it had offered. Comics? How many comics do I have? Oh dear Lord. I have 30 long boxes. That'd probably be the best way to describe it, because I have most of them listed in my I have an app called CLZ Comic Collector Live that I actually bought. But there's 2 boxes right now that I haven't filed or scanned in. So it's missing about 2 long boxes worth of comics. And that I blame the pop collecting on that, because I've kind of I got to go pick up my comics from the comic book store right now. I got about a month's worth of pulls that I haven't picked up because I've been buying pops. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of comics. Some of my key grails I got Walking Dead number 19, the first appearance of Michonne. I picked that up along with 5 other Walking Dead back issues, including The Death of Shane, for $100. And then I sent it off to get graded, and it came back with a 9.8, so that was pretty awesome. I got the first appearance of the Reverse Flash. Was that Flash number 138? Silver Age Flash. Got the first appearance of Flash of Two Worlds. Yeah, I'm probably somewhere around the 10,000 comics right now. But I don't know for sure. I haven't looked at my count in a while, and we're using my phone to stream, so I can't really look at it now. I got the first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus, Fantastic Four 48. I bought that right before I really jumped into PoPs. I was actually there looking for a giant size X-Men number 1, but I didn't like the ones that were there and the prices they had on them for what I felt the conditions were. So I ended up buying instead the Flash, first appearance of Reverse Flash. I picked up Fantastic Four 48. I picked up Flash 110, which is the first appearance of Kid Flash and Weather Wizard. I should say Wally West. He wasn't Kid Flash then. I also picked up the Flash 197 through 200, I think. It's the Blitz storyline where they reintroduced the Reverse Flash. I picked up a lot that day for the money I had on hand to buy a giant size X-Men number 1, and I was very disappointed. The local Atlanta Comic Con they have every quarter has been very hit or miss with the comics they have there. The problem is almost every time they come in, the dealers, come in to do a con, first they trade with each other in the morning before the con opens, which is infuriating because it takes away the good deals that I might find. And the other problem is they've sold most of their stock at the con the previous weekend at some bigger, like Heroes convention or something, which I had happen to me when I was looking for a New Mutants 87, which I used to own, but I sold in college to buy art supplies for college. But then I had a friend of mine that played WoW with me, and he was like, I got a couple of New Mutants 87, and he sent me one for free. It's at least a 9, if not higher. I was stoked. I was like, dude, that's, nice guilty there. I was very stoked about that. Because I was just so pissed. I was venting. I was like, man, out of like the 20 some odd dealers here, nobody had a New Mutants 87. And this is before Cable was announced for a Deadpool movie. Yeah, see, I've never done Power Rangers. I missed that window. I was working at Toys R Us when Power Rangers was first a thing. And I'm talking about in the 90s when it was first a thing. And I remember parents coming all over the place looking for a pink fucking Power Ranger. And so I never decided to watch the show, check it out, or anything, because I was just... And to this day, it's left a taint on me for Power Rangers. I give no flock about Power Rangers. But if you guys like them, that's cool, man. That's your thing. I was a little old, I guess. But yeah, one of my first jobs, probably like my 4th or 5th job, I worked at Toys R Us. I was the guy selling Sega systems. So I wore this nasty papery jacket with Sonic Spinball all over it. It said Sega. I wish I still had the jacket though, even though I hated wearing it. The Nintendo rep didn't have to wear that. There was a Nintendo rep there too. It was kind of infuriating. And my big seller when I was selling Segas was the Mortal Kombat game. I was like, in the Sega you can put in a code to see the blood. And it would sell Segas, even though it was an inferior product compared to the Super Nintendo. I felt kind of bad. But that was what I got paid to do. So basically what Toys R Us would do, they hired people to represent Sega, so Sega paid Toys R Us to pay me. Stupid shit, I don't know. And I got that job because I came in there asking about a Mortal Kombat banner they had hanging up, and they decided to give that to me. When I came to pick it up, they're like, "Do you want a job?" Probably better than the grocery store, sure. But anyway, what else you guys got? There's only 4 of you in here that it says on my thing. 5, 5, 4. I think I've lost my moderators. You guys got me for any more questions? So Tech, what I'll probably end up doing, since I got you on here still, I'll email you and tell you where I leave it. I'm either going to leave it at Odin's Comics in Lilburn, which might be closer for you, or Stuck in Time. The only reason I might leave it over at Odin's is because at least they're open 7 days a week. My job, I'm a manager. So right now I manage people. It's all good, Funko. It's all good. And I'm in charge of posters. But I don't want to get too much into my job. I don't need that kicking me in the ass later. But, yeah, I'm waiting on Timmy to come through with that Amazon Pennywise. He says he's got one coming in. That will be an extra one that I can get for the giveaway. And, I've ordered 2, and I might sound greedy, but I need to at least keep 2. I don't know why I'm saying this. I don't know what is wrong with me. But just like with the FYE Pennywises, I got 4. I got 2 in the mail, and I bought 2. I pre-ordered 2 in the store. Yeah, Captain, as I mentioned earlier, you probably weren't here for that. It got me to quit smoking, so I'm not doing it to be cute. I just do it because it's nicotine. But I got plenty of FYE Pennywises. I got 1 extra one for my friend, who's also got one of these It Movie Moments. It's in a box already. And she'll probably pay me back for that. I mean, she will. Just whether or not it's cash or like dinner or something, I don't know. And it's just that Amazon, I should have pre-ordered 1 more. But at the time when I pre-ordered it, I wasn't even thinking I was going to consider giving 1 away. So I got 2 on order. Hopefully 1 shows up nice. The other one will be out of box. And then I'll need a 3rd one to add to the giveaway. Because I feel like my It Wave 2 needs that little love. Yeah, Captain, there's not much else I can say about it. It keeps me from killing people. The nicotine. And it tastes good too. It's blueberry waffle. So it's pretty good. I like it. It makes everybody want breakfast food, whoever's around me when I vape it. They're like, man, I want pancakes or waffles now. There's more of a mapley smell to it. So everybody thinks about maple syrup. I don't feel guilty at all. For the longest time, though, when I first used this juice, though, I was like, we need to buy some Eggos, because I need some Eggos on a constant basis. So we went to Sam's Club and got a 60 thing of Eggos. I think I ate 1 whole pack of 10, not in one sitting, but so far, and that's been a couple years now. I think they're still in the freezer. Yeah, good times. I had something else I was going to mention, and I forgot what it was. So, Captain, you just popped in here. What's going on with you? Captain Catro. Is that right? Catro? Catro. But, Tech, well, tell me later. I think you already told me in an email, actually, which target you're at. It's probably in BFE from me. Night Owl? Yeah, usually I am too. I was feeling like ass today, though. Uh, I went and saw Avengers for the second time. My second time, my wife's first time, over this movie theater, and I ate a ton of popcorn. I think it just fucked with my stomach for a good 24 hours. Edgewood? I don't even know where that is. I have to Google that shit. Um, you threw me off, man. Um, so yeah, all day I've been feeling ass, and then I'm starting to feel better now. Which sucks. That's why I'm here, though, because I called out of work. I was feeling ass. And they tried to guilt me about it. I hit them up at 6 this morning because I couldn't sleep for shit. I was like, I'm not going to be in today. I'm feeling sick. And then around 11, I woke up again. And they're like, well, we really could use you. Of course you could use me. That's why I was scheduled. But, you know, come on now. Anyway. And so now I'm doing a live stream. So this is why I don't let any of my work buddies know where my YouTube is. I'm sure somebody will find me eventually, though. You know what I left on the other side of the room? My drink. Give me 1 second, guys. My dog doesn't even want to be in the video. She looks so depressed. It's because I shut the door, isn't it? Come here. This is my dog, Summer. Come here. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's Summer. She's all sad that she's locked in the room with me. Yes. You're a good girl. The other one's locked in here too, but Summer's the one I chose, but she chose my wife instead. The Chihuahua's the one that she chose, and he's chosen me instead. Good girl. But guys, I think that's about it. That's all I got, unless you guys have any more questions. Been on about an hour. And, yeah. I mean, I'm in no rush to go, but you guys seem pretty quiet. I know Funko 316 is falling asleep, drugged out on his codeine or whatever he's taking that knocks him out. But yeah, I would like these baseball bat display cases, guys. They were $23 each. I got them on sale over at Michael's. They are normally $59.99, but they had 50% off, and then I had a 20% off coupon. So I got 4 of those bad boys. They fit perfectly if you have your pops in soft protectors. If you use hard protectors, they'll fit width-wise, and you know they'll stack just like this, but you only get 5 in there. They're taller than soft protectors. And so I put my Pennywises all in here. The 1990 Pennywise, which I think is cut off by the camera, is going to end up probably down here, and the Amazon one will go up the top, since they're all kind of 2017. And then over here I got my Stranger Things Chases, Con exclusives, and a couple Hot Topic exclusives, and the Target exclusive Hopper over there. Dude, man, the dogs can be crazy. My God. All the dogs, even though I invite them over to lay with me, will lay on my wife at night. And the poor woman can't sleep. They don't share the bed, especially this one. She'll be right up on her pillow. I mean, she's a 45-pound dog up on her pillow. And then the little guy will get right into her back, so she can't move the whole night. What's up, T-Fanatic? But, yeah, they can get kind of crazy at night. We take their collars off when we go to bed so that they don't wake us up doing that stupid shit. You know, shaking their heads and making noise. The big one, she knows how to ring a bell and tell us she's got to go outside. The little one, he could give a shit less about the bell. He's just like, I'll go whenever. So he leaves us presents sometimes. It's sad. I mean, they both go out at the same time, but he likes to leave surprises. I think it's his call for attention. And he knows he's not supposed to do it, too. I mean, I found surprises in rooms that I had been in, but not while I was ever in there. So it's not like it's not like he doesn't know it's not acceptable. The big one, she won't make mistakes like that. She ring the bell and say, "I gotta go outside." Then again, though, there's sometimes she just rings the bell and wants to roll around on the grass. So she only knows it means outside, and potty is one of the things you will do out there. You must have a husky, Captain. Yeah, dog hair is the problem. It's one of the reasons I like my barrister bookcase. It keeps all the hair off my first edition Dark Tower books. Considering Gunslinger is worth about $1,000, we want to keep that off the books. But yeah, I got my first editions of It down there. I love my Stephen King books, although his latest book, Sleeping Beauties, I thought was rubbish. It was very contrite. I felt kind of dirty for reading that one too. And I feel kind of dirty because I bought 3 different copies of the book. I bought a UK first edition, I bought a US first edition, and then I also pre-ordered, which still hasn't come in, a gift edition from Cemetery Dance. My mom gave me this, actually, when I went up to Virginia in March. I also met Bearded Pop Hunter while I was out there, but so one of the reasons why I chose to drive, because she was like, "I got this for you." And this is a real one. This isn't like an IKEA. This isn't one with a cardboard backing or anything. This is a real sectional barrister bookcase. So each shelf, like from here to here, I can pull this off and restack it any way I want. And a real one will run you over $1,000. This is an antique one, so it needs to be refinished, but I'm not too worried about it. It looks great. I would love to have more, but they're so damn expensive. It's all real wood. It's pretty phenomenal. I like it a lot. These are cheap Target bookshelves, which actually I need to get some more of these for PoPs because they fit PoPs pretty well. They're $20 a piece at Target. So plugging you, Tech Uncaged. They're $20 a piece at Target, and you can set it up to fit with minimal space left over. My bottom shelf's got about this much leftover space, headroom. My top shelf's also got about that much, and then the middle shelf has got like barely any. So it works out really well, and I like how high they are because it still gives me room to put posters up. So it doesn't block the posters. But the PoPs that are right here, you guys can't see them, but they're stacked up on that bookcase. One of the extra ones, because I had an extra one when I got this, because I moved things off of one of those. Yeah. But they're great bookshelves. For $20, you can't really go wrong with it. Other than some assembly issues I've had, one of which I bought from Target, and it came with the 2 long vertical sides were both the same side. So that was infuriating. I even asked my wife, I was like, "Come look at this, make sure I'm not smoking crack. These are the same piece, right?" And of course, she's all like, "I fixed it." And I'm like, "No, see, you're seeing the unfinished side on one side. You didn't fix it. It's the same piece." And she kept getting mad. I was like, "Yeah, now you know how I feel." But they took it back. It was not a real problem. Just annoying that I had plans to build bookcases that day. I need to go to IKEA. She suggested that I put, what are they called? What Jedi Patrol's got, the floating bookshelves over the door and over the windows, so I can put my oversized PoPs up there, because my OCD doesn't like uneven stacks, And having the oversized pops means that I have uneven stacks, and it's kind of annoying. I mean, just let me put this back too, because that hole's gonna annoy me. I mean, just these two right here annoy me, and they fit on the shelf, but I can't put anything else on top of them. It looks weird. These are the things that I deal with in my head. You don't have to have these problems. The other thing I realized once I went to these baseball bat display cases is that since hard stacks don't work, I have a lot of extra hard stacks now that I'm not using, because I bought the hard stacks for my pops because I was stacking them 4 or 5 high. Even this one's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 high. And I wanted to make sure the box's integrities are held and they stack straight. Soft protectors tend to kind of bubble up at the top, as you can see on here. See how it kind of bubbles? So when you stack it, it wants to go ahead and naturally start leaning. So for the stuff that I intended to stack, we want hard cases. And now I got a whole bunch of extra hard cases and nowhere to stack any more pops. Because everything else is going to be on shelving, I think. But yeah, right here goes from floor to up here. That's 10, what did I say, 10 high, 11 high? I did say I was going, but then you guys started talking. And now you guys went quiet again. So I don't know what to do. I'm sorry I don't have any giveaways right now. And it's mainly, I mean, I have something I could give away, but it's that I don't have the money to ship it right away. I spent too much money on these baseball bat display cases. And drill bits for my power drill. And pop protectors. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and cut it. Thanks so much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. And we will see you guys next time. I just uploaded a video earlier today, and it goes over these large pop protectors. So if you guys are looking for solutions for your oversized pops, check that out. And of course, I go over my Steve and take him out of the box and show you guys him too. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. I don't even know how to stop this. Where's the stop button? I guess just close.